Myco listeners, to another sportacular episode of the Mushroom Network podcast, where the underground meets the cosmic and fungi fuel the future. You already know it's your favorite mycelial host, Nova Mycelia, here to guide you through the latest, greatest, and strangest in the fungal universe. And today, we are taking it to a whole new level. In this episode, we've got something truly electrifying, literally. We're diving into how fungi are not just reshaping ecosystems, but powering the future with biodegradable fungal batteries. And if that wasn't wild enough, we're about to explore the consciousness of mycelium itself, how fungi might teach machines to think and even create music that taps into the mind. Yeah, this one's gonna be next level. But first, let's jump into TMN news and updates to keep you up to date on what's happening across the Mushroom Network and beyond. All right, Myco listeners, before we blast off into today's Myco Deep Dives, let's check in with what's happening across the Mushroom Network. First up, Myco-Verse Productions is on fire. The team has been pushing out next-level fungal beats, and you can now tune in 24/7 to catch our latest releases on TMN-Radio. That's right. Whether you need spore-fueled beats to study, trip, or vibe out to, we've got a station for you. Head over to TMN-Radio.com and lock in your frequency. Next up, we're diving deeper into fungal frontiers. Over at fungal-frontiers.com, we're expanding the Myco-Verse with new lore, new realms, and some out-of-this-world cosmic fungi that'll blow your mind. Be sure to check it out. And finally, we're rolling out new content on the Mushroom Network. If you haven't already, hit up themushroomnetwork.com to explore all our latest articles, videos, and community updates. All right, that's it for TMN news and updates. Time to dig into the first Myco Deep Dive. Myco and Mira, take it away.
Welcome back, Myco listeners, to TMN-Podcas. Are you ready for another Myco Deep Dive?
Always.
Well, this time we're going to deep dive into something really mind-blowing. Fungi batteries.
That's right.
Yeah, you heard right. We were talking about batteries powered by our favorite funky friends.
It might sound like something straight out of science fiction.
It really does.
But researchers at EMPA,
EMPA.
The Swiss Federal Laboratories for Materials Science and Technology, they're making it a reality.
Okay, so I know some of you Myco listeners out there are probably thinking, hold up, how can fungi make electricity? And honestly, when I first heard about it, I thought the same thing. But trust me, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
No, it's not.
They're using something called a microbial fuel cell.
Right.
Ever heard of one of those?
These fuel cells, or MFCs for short, they basically harness the power of microorganisms to generate electricity.
And in this case, fungi.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
In this case, it's fungi we're talking about.
Wow. It's like tapping into nature's hidden electrical grid, right?
It's pretty amazing.
Totally. So spill the tea. Which fungi are the electrifying stars of the show?
Well, we've got a dynamic duo here.
A dynamic duo.
A dynamic duo, yeah. First up is our good old pal yeast, you know?
The fungi that gives us bread and beer?
Exactly, the one and only.
I love that guy.
Turns out it's also a tiny powerhouse. Who knew? Right. It breaks down sugars and releases electrons as a byproduct.
So the yeast is like the little electron factory, just churning them out.
Pretty much, yeah. It's doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this process.
But what happens next? You can't just have electrons floating around willy-nilly, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need something to control that flow.
Right.
And that's where our second fungal friend comes in, white rot fungi.
White rot.
White rot fungi, yeah. It's famous for breaking down wood, but in this case, it's got a different superpower. It produces enzymes that help those electrons flow, and that creates an electrical current.
Wait, so it's like a fungal relay race?
Haha, kind of, yeah.
The yeast passes the electron baton to the white rot fungi, and boom, electricity.
That's a great way to put it.
That is so cool. And these scientists, they figured out how to harness this whole process.
Yeah, and you know what? They're doing it in a super innovative way, too.
Oh.
Yeah, they're actually 3D printing structures to house the fungi.
Like little houses.
Yeah, exactly, like little tiny apartments. And get this, they're using a biodegradable ink made from cellulose.
Really?
Yeah, so they're basically crafting these little biodegradable battery apartments for our fungal friends.
3D printing with fungi in mind. No, that's some next level mycotech.
It really is. It's pretty cutting edge stuff.
So what are the perks of this 3D printed fungi condo?
Well, for starters, it creates the perfect environment for the fungi to grow and thrive.
To maximize electron production, I imagine.
Exactly. And since it's biodegradable, These batteries can simply decompose when they're spent.
And no waste.
No nasty electronic waste behind. Talk about a win for sustainability.
Huge win.
Huge win.
Like, imagine if all our electronics could just break down naturally after we're done with them. No more landfills overflowing with old phones and laptops. That's the dream.
Yeah, I know. It's a beautiful thought, isn't it?
That's the dream. Plus, I bet 3D printing makes it way easier to manufacture these batteries on a larger scale compared to traditional methods.
Oh, absolutely. 3D printing is a total game changer when it comes to scalability and customization.
So it's like the Fungi battery revolution is just waiting to happen.
It really is. We're on the cusp of something big here.
I love it. But there's another cool thing about these batteries. It's almost like a secret weapon.
Oh, yeah. A secret weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these batteries can actually be stored in a dry, inactive state until they're needed.
What?
Yeah, like imagine having a little packet of dried fungi that you could activate on demand just by adding water and nutrients.
So it's like instant fungi power.
Exactly. Instant fungi power whenever and wherever you need it.
Hold up. So it's like having a tiny, dormant fungi power station in your pocket.
Yeah.
You can take it camping, hiking, you name it. Okay, this is officially blowing my mind.
I know, right?
This is amazing.
It opens up a whole world of possibilities, especially for applications where you need power in, remote locations or harsh environments.
Totally. I mean, we already know fungi can thrive in some pretty extreme conditions, so this is starting to feel less like science fiction and more like science fact.
I agree. It's becoming more and more real every day.
But let's be real. Can these fungi batteries actually power our devices? Like, are we talking phone chargers and laptops, or are we still in the realm of tiny sensors and whatnot?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Right now, the power output is still relatively modest.
Okay.
It's enough for small devices like environmental sensors or potentially some medical implants. But don't worry, researchers are hard at work trying to boost that power output.
Okay.
I have a feeling fungi-powered smartphones might not be that far off.
I, for one, welcome our new fungal overlords. Just kidding, maybe. But even those smaller applications are super exciting. Imagine biodegradable sensors monitoring our forests and oceans without harming the environment. That's huge.
It's a huge step forward for environmental monitoring and protection.
Exactly. And think about the implications for medical implants. Biodegradable batteries that just dissolve in the body after they've done their job. It could be revolutionary for healthcare.
Absolutely. It could change the way we think about medical devices altogether.
Okay, so maybe fungi-powered pacemakers aren't as far-fetched as they sound? This is incredible. It's like we're on the cusp of a whole new era of technology, one where fungi are leading the charge.
I think you're right, and it's an era I'm really excited to be a part of.
Me too. It truly is a paradigm shift. We're used to thinking about batteries as these metallic things that we mine from the earth. But with fungi, we're talking about growing our own energy in a way that's both sustainable and incredibly cool.
It is pretty cool.
I'm already picturing myself rocking a fungi-powered smartwatch, bragging to all my friends, "Oh, it's powered by mushrooms, no big deal."
I can see it now.
But before we get too carried away with our fungal fantasies, let's talk about the potential challenges. I mean, every great superhero has their kryptonite, right?
Right.
So what are the hurdles that fungi batteries need to overcome to truly take over the world?
That's a really good question. And there are definitely a few hurdles that researchers need to clear before fungi batteries become mainstream.
Okay.
And believe me, there's a lot of work being done in this area.
Okay, Myco listeners. We're going to take a quick breather here, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll dive deeper into the challenges and opportunities facing fungi batteries.
That's right. We'll be right back. So stay tuned.
Are you tired of the same three corporations controlling all the music you hear?
Yeah, so were we. So we said spore it and made our own. Welcome to TMN-Radio, where we've infected the airwaves with fungi-powered frequencies. We got underground bangers, Myco-Deep-Dives, and cosmic beats big box media is too scared to touch. 24/7. No ads, except this one. And, well, these are actually technically called Myco breaks. So inhale some mycelium-infused air, embrace your inner tree hugger, and get ready for some mind-blowing Mycomania. The Mushroom Network has spoken. You've been chosen.
Tune in, the hottest growing underground network around.
TMN-Radio. It's alive.
So you asked about the challenges facing fungi batteries.
I did.
Well, one of the big ones is boosting that power output.
Right.
Right now, they're great for, those smaller applications like we talked about.
Right.
But to really compete with traditional batteries, we need to see a significant jump in the amount of electricity they can generate.
For sure.
I mean, think laptops, electric cars, and powering our homes.
Like, I love the idea of a biodegradable sensor out in the woods.
Yeah.
But I also want to be able to charge my phone with my mushroom buddy when I'm out hiking.
Exactly.
So how do we get these little fungi powerhouses to pump up the volume on their electron production?
Well, it's all about optimization, really.
Yep.
Scientists are experimenting with different combinations of fungal species, tweaking the design of the 3D printed structures,
Right.
and, figuring out the perfect recipe for those nutrient cocktails.
Like a fungi smoothie.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fungi working at peak performance. It's like fine-tuning a fungal engine for maximum power.
So it's like finding the ultimate fungi power couple. You
Yeah.
got those two species that just click and create an electrifying synergy.
Exactly, the perfect match.
I love it. But what about longevity?
Yeah.
Like, how long do these fungi batteries last?
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in the woods with a dead mushroom phone charger.
Right. That's a valid concern. And it's another key area of research. Making sure these batteries can maintain a consistent performance over, a decent period of time is crucial.
I can imagine.
Think about it. You don't want your pacemaker to suddenly go kaput because the fungi inside got tired.
No, you do not.
So researchers are exploring ways to make these batteries more durable and long-lasting, figuring out how factors like temperature, humidity, and nutrient availability affect their lifespan.
That makes sense. Fungi are living organisms after all.
Right.
So they need the right environment to thrive and do their electrical thing.
Absolutely. They need to be happy and healthy to produce those electrons.
But beyond the technical stuff,
Yeah.
there's also the challenge of public perception. Right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like convincing people that, yes, mushrooms can actually power our devices. It sounds kind of out there, even to some of us Myco listeners.
It does. It's a big leap for a lot of people.
It is.
But I think public acceptance is huge. I mean, we're so used to thinking of batteries as those hard metallic objects, right? And the idea of a soft, squishy battery made of fungi, it takes some getting used to.
For sure.
So education and outreach are key. We need to show people how amazing this technology is, how sustainable and eco-friendly it can be. I'm talking got fungi power, marketing campaigns,
Yep.
fungi battery mascots, the whole shebang.
Oh my gosh, a fungi battery mascot. I can totally see it now.
Right,
It would
yeah.
be adorable and totally educational.
Exactly.
All right, so we've talked about the challenges, but let's get back to the exciting stuff. The possibilities we've already touched on, sensors and implants. But what other fungi-powered wonders await us in the future? I'm ready to be blown away.
Okay, buckle up, Myco listeners, because we're about to enter the realm of fungi-fueled fantasy. Imagine a world where our homes and cities are powered by renewable energy sources like solar and wind power.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
But there's a catch. What happens when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing?
Yeah, exactly. My solar panels are useless when it's cloudy.
Right, exactly. So we need a way to store all that clean energy for later use, right?
That's the big challenge.
It is a big challenge, but what if instead of giant lithium-ion battery banks, we have networks of fungi batteries integrated into our homes and buildings, storing energy generated from those renewable sources and releasing it on demand?
Wow, so it's like creating a giant interconnected fungi power grid.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship between nature's technology and our own.
I love it. And it's not just about homes, right? We could use this technology in smart cities, powering those sensors that monitor traffic, air quality, everything.
Absolutely. Smart cities with decentralized fungi power hubs, making them more resilient and sustainable.
Oh, wow.
And it gets even wilder.
Wilder.
Remember those sci-fi movies where they're growing stuff in space?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Fungi batteries could actually play a role in space exploration.
Wait, are we talking about sending fungi to Mars? That's next level?
It's not that far-fetched. Think about it. Self-regenerating energy systems for extraterrestrial habitats powered by fungi. They can thrive in extreme environments. They're incredibly adaptable. It's like the ultimate spacefaring organism. We could be powering lunar bases with fungi bioreactors, harnessing the energy of the sun and the moon cycles.
Okay, that is officially the coolest thing I've ever heard. So we've got fungi powering our homes, our cities, and even our space colonies. What can't they do?
That's the beauty of it. We're only just beginning to tap into the vast potential of fungi. This is a field that's bursting with possibilities just waiting to be discovered. It's a constant reminder that nature holds solutions to some of our biggest challenges if we're willing to listen and learn.
And maybe even take a few cues from fungi. They've been around for millions of years, quietly doing their thing, decomposing, connecting, and now powering our world. Makes you wonder what other secrets they're hiding. Maybe one day we'll be using fungi to clean up pollution or create new medicines. Who knows, the possibilities are endless.
I agree. It's an incredibly exciting time to be involved in this research.
It's like fungi are showing us a different path, a more harmonious way of existing on this planet, and I, for one, am ready to follow them down that mycelial network of possibilities.
I couldn't agree more. It's a future I'm excited to be a part of, and who knows, maybe one day we'll all be rocking fungi-powered everything.
I can't wait, but before we get too carried away with our fungi fantasies, let's bring it back down to earth for a moment. I want to talk about what all of this means for us, for you and me, for our everyday lives, because at the end of the day, this incredible technology needs to have a real-world impact, right?
Absolutely. That's a crucial point. It's all well and good to talk about the future, but how can we actually integrate this amazing technology into our lives today? What does it mean for us as individuals, as a society?
Okay, Myco listeners, hold on to your mushroom caps, because we're about to explore the real-world implications of fungi batteries and how this amazing technology could shape our future. Don't go anywhere.
Calling all mycology enthusiasts, dive into TMN-Social, the ultimate online hub for everything fungi. Connect with fellow mushroom lovers, share your myco adventures, and explore a thriving community dedicated to education, cultivation, and the wonders of mycology with exciting updates on the way. TMN-Social is evolving to offer you an even better platform to learn, grow, and engage. Whether you're a seasoned mycologist or just starting your journey, there's a place for you here. Join the Myco community revolution today, because the best networks are built on mycelium. Visit now themushroomnetworks.com. Again, that is the Mushroom Networks with an S.com. It's fun, it's free, and it's all about mycology.
Okay, Myco listeners, we're back and ready to get real about fungi batteries. We've talked about the science, the potential, even the hurdles they face. But now I want to know, what does all this mean for us in our everyday lives? We're not all scientists or engineers, so how can we connect with this technology on a personal level?
Well, I think that's a great question, and it gets to the heart of why fungi batteries are so fascinating. It's not just about the cool factor, or the sci-fi possibilities.
Yep.
It's about a shift in perspective, a reimagining of our relationship with energy and the natural world.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Break it down for me.
So think about it for a second. We're so used to thinking of energy as something we extract, something we take from the earth.
Right.
Fossil fuels, lithium for batteries,
Yep.
It's all about digging deeper, consuming more. But with fungi batteries, we're tapping into a different source of energy. One that's renewable, sustainable, and literally growing all around us.
It's true. It's like we're finally starting to understand the ancient wisdom of fungi.
Yeah.
They've been quietly harnessing energy for millions of years, decomposing, connecting, creating these incredible networks beneath our feet.
It's amazing.
It is. And now we're realizing that we can learn from them, that we can partner with nature to create a more sustainable future.
I agree. It's a really powerful realization.
It is. It's not about conquering nature. It's about working with it, learning from it, and creating a future where technology and the environment are in harmony.
Yeah.
And it all starts with something as simple as a mushroom. It's mind-blowing.
It really is.
But, okay, let's get practical. What can we as everyday Myco listeners do to support this fungi-powered revolution?
Well, for starters, spread the word.
Yes.
Tell your friends, your family, everyone you know about the incredible potential of fungi batteries. The more people who are aware of this technology, the more demand there will be and the faster it will develop.
Right. It's like planting fungi spores of knowledge everywhere we go.
Exactly. Spread those spores.
But beyond that, we can also support the research, look into organizations and universities that are working on fungi batteries, and consider donating or even volunteering your time.
Absolutely. Every little bit helps.
It really does.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the power of consumer choice. As this technology develops and more fungi-powered products become available, choose those products, vote with your wallet, and support companies that are investing in sustainable solutions.
That's right. Make your choices count.
So it's a combination of education advocacy and conscious consumerism. We can all play a role in shaping a future where fungi are our energy allies, not just our culinary delights.
I love that.
This has been an amazing journey, and I'm so excited to see where this technology goes. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our Myco listeners with one final thought. If we can grow electricity, if we can harness the power of fungi to create clean energy, what other possibilities might nature hold? What other solutions are waiting to be discovered if we just open our minds and hearts to the incredible ingenuity of the natural world?
That's a powerful question, and one that I think each of us needs to ponder. The world of fungi is vast and full of mysteries, and we're only just beginning to scratch the surface of their potential. So keep exploring, keep learning, and never stop being amazed by the wonders of the fungal kingdom.
Well said. And remember, Myco listeners, the future is bright, the future is green, and the future might just be powered by, well,
fungi.
That's right. Until next time, keep those Myco minds curious and keep spreading those fungi spores of knowledge.
And as always, stay fungi.
Happy mushrooming, everyone.
Myco listeners, we just tapped into the raw power of fungi, energy woven straight from the underground into the future. Biodegradable fungal batteries? Yeah, that's not sci-fi anymore. It's real, and it's happening. But power is just one piece of the puzzle. Because fungi? They're not just conductors of electricity. They're conductors of thought. A living network, exchanging data, signals, and maybe even something deeper, intelligence. What if mycelium isn't just fueling the grid, but thinking, communicating, and composing its own music? What if the neural pathways of the forest floor hold secrets to learning, creativity, and consciousness itself? We're about to push past circuits and enter the mind of the mycelium. Get ready to explore fungal AI and myco music, where fungi speak in bioelectric whispers, compose their own sonic landscapes, and might just teach machines how to think. Myco and Mira take us deeper into the infinite symphony of the mycelium.
Myco listeners, get ready for a deep dive. We're going deep into the world where fungi meet technology. It's fungal AI and myco music.
I know, right? It sounds a bit out there, but trust me.
Like we sipped on some potent psilocybin tea, maybe?
Maybe, but stick with us on this one.
We are going to explore how these intricate mycelium networks, which are basically nature's internet, might just be showing us a form of intelligence that could revolutionize both artificial intelligence and music. I mean, music as we know it.
What's so fascinating is that we aren't really talking about intelligence like we usually think of it, with a brain.
Right.
But it's about the way that these complex networks of mycelium process information and make decisions.
Okay, so they're thinking. But without a brain, how's that even possible?
Think of it this way. Electrical signals, they flow through these mycelium networks. It's a lot like our own nervous system.
No.
Researchers have actually seen these signals responding to stimuli and making choices.
So they aren't just reacting.
Nope.
They're making decisions based on information.
They are.
That's wild. Can you give us an example of how they've shown this decision-making, like in action?
There was this really cool study where researchers gave a mycelium network a maze. And on one side was this yummy food source.
Yeah.
On the other side, an obstacle. And they found that the mycelium actually learned the shortest way to the food. And get this, it avoided the obstacle.
Oh, wow.
And the next time they ran the experiment, that mycelium, it remembered the best route and went straight to the food.
That is insane. So they're like little fungal problem solvers.
Exactly.
It's almost like they have a memory even though they don't have a brain.
You got it. And this is exactly what's inspiring a whole new wave of AI research. It really makes you think differently about how intelligence works in nature.
So how exactly are scientists using this fungal intelligence? I mean, to develop AI.
Yeah.
Are we talking computers that think like fungi?
It's not really about copying fungal thought processes exactly.
No.
But it's more about, taking inspiration from how these networks learn and adapt. One thing they're working on is mycelium-based neural networks.
Mycelium-based neural networks.
Right.
Break that down for us.
Basically, what they're doing is they're training AI models to be like mycelium networks in the way they act and are structured. So imagine AI systems that are as adaptable and dynamic as a living thing, like able to evolve and learn in real time.
That's amazing. So instead of those like stiff pre-programmed AI systems,
Right.
we could have AI that is always learning and evolving, just like something that's, well, alive.
Exactly. And it could change how we solve problems big time, by letting AI take on huge, difficult problems in a more kind of natural, efficient way.
Okay, so we've got AI learning from fungi.
Uh-huh.
What's next? Are we going to be like talking to mushrooms?
Well, not talking exactly,
Right.
but listening.
Okay.
Scientists have found a way to kind of plug into the electrical signals of mycelium, and then they turn them into sound.
Hold on, wait. So we can hear the music of mycelium.
We can.
I gotta admit, even for me, that sounds a little trippy.
I know, it does sound strange. But it's actually real science. By using bioelectric sensors, we can take the electrical pulses flowing through the mycelium network, and we can just change them into sounds, like audible frequencies.
So we're like taking the fungi's electrical signals and making music out of them.
Yeah.
That's incredible. What does this myco music actually sound like?
It's really diverse, actually. Sometimes it's pretty chill and ambient, like leaves rustling in a forest.
Okay.
Other times it's rhythmic, almost melodic,
Huh.
kind of like a heartbeat.
So it's like a living soundtrack of what's happening in the fungal world.
You got it. It's a window into this whole hidden world of mycelium. It lets us experience what they're doing in a whole new way.
That's pretty cool. We're getting a look into the secret life of fungi, but through music. You mentioned something about psychedelic effects.
I did. Some researchers think that when we listen to these fungal soundscapes, it can really affect our consciousness, like profoundly.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like some frequencies made by the mycelium, they kind of like vibe with our brain waves, and they could potentially cause altered states of awareness.
Whoa. Now that's where things get really interesting. Sonic psilocybin, but straight from the source.
Well, it's early days in the research, but more and more people are getting interested in the potential of myco music for like therapy.
I can see why. Imagine like using these fungal soundscapes to make meditation better, or to help people relax, or even to explore altered states of consciousness.
Right.
It's like a whole new world in sound healing.
It is. And what's even crazier is that by listening to these soundscapes, we might actually be tuning into like nature's consciousness in a way we never thought of before.
Okay, Myco listeners, are your minds officially blown?
Mine is.
We're talking about AI learning from fungi, computers made from fungi, and now psychedelic soundscapes created by these incredible organisms. And we're just getting started.
We've only just scratched the surface. In the next part of our deep dive, we're going to explore what might happen if we combine fungal AI and myco music. Like, what could we create?
Stay tuned, Myco listeners,
Yeah.
because things are about to get even more fascinating.
You have traveled beyond the veil. The visions came to you in waves, whispers of the mycelial network, the light, the lessons, the unknown. But now you seek understanding, you seek integration. At TMN-Radio, we hold space for your journey. Psychedelic Integration Hour, where your myco experience matters. Share your visions, your questions, and the transformation that follows. Join the mycelial movement and share your journey with us. Visit the Mushroom Network at themushroomnetwork.com/tips, and your story might just bloom into our next integration journey. Namaste, and may your fungi flourish. TMN Radio, a sanctuary for the soul's expansion.
The light is here. The network is open. Are you ready to connect?
Welcome back, Myco listeners. So before we blasted off into new dimensions of consciousness, we were talking about fungal AI and Myco music and all the crazy potential they have.
Yeah, I know, it's mind-boggling, right? I mean, those intricate mycelium networks, it's like nature's own underground internet. And they can learn and solve problems and even make those trippy soundscapes. They're kind of like natural algorithms running right under our feet.
Yeah, exactly. It really changes how you think about intelligence. It
does.
It's not just us brainy humans up here.
Right.
And this fungal ability to adapt. It's really pushing some innovative technology.
So let's dive into that a bit more. How are researchers actually using these funky fungal networks, to create practical stuff?
One area that's getting a lot of attention is something called a mycelium-based neural networks.
Mycelium-based neural networks. I'm all ears. Tell me more. How do those work?
Scientists are creating AI models that are modeled after the structure and adaptability of mycelium networks.
Okay.
So imagine AI that is dynamic and always changing, just like a living thing, capable of learning and adapting as it goes.
That's pretty amazing. So instead of that rigid programmed AI we have now, it's like we could have AI that's fluid, always learning, just like something that's alive.
Exactly. And it could totally change how we go about solving problems. It could let AI take on these huge complex problems, but in a much more organic way, way more efficient.
That's so cool. But you mentioned something even wilder before. Biohybrid computers that actually use living mycelium.
I did.
Are we talking about computers that are part fungi?
As crazy as it sounds, yeah. Scientists are actually putting living fungal networks into computer hardware, so they're using the mycelium as a kind of biological processor.
Whoa, hold on. So the fungi is the brain of the computer. How does that even work?
It's kind of like this. The mycelium's electrical signals, they become the computer's language.
Okay.
And its problem-solving skills, that becomes processing power.
Okay, so we're talking about computers that literally think like a fungus.
Wild stuff, right? And it could have a huge impact. I mean, think about it. These biohybrid computers could be way more energy efficient and sustainable than the computers we use now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fungi are the masters of efficiency.
They are.
They break down stuff, recycle matter in nature.
Yeah, they do. And plus, imagine computers that can actually repair themselves, just like a living thing. I mean, that would be a total game changer for the entire tech industry.
Huge. So we've got self-learning AI based on mycelium, and we've got computers that are part fungus. What other crazy fungal tech is being cooked up in the labs?
Well, there's a lot of excitement about decentralized AI swarm models, and you guessed it, they're based on fungi.
Hold on. Swarm models. So a bunch of robots controlled by fungi. That sounds like a sci-fi movie, like a thriller.
It does, but it's more revolutionary than scary. Think about it. Swarms of robots all working together, learning as a group. Just like a mycelial network.
Now that you mention it, that makes sense. I mean, fungi are the kings of decentralized networks.
They are. And this kind of system, it wouldn't even need a central control, so it would be super resilient. Think about the potential. You could use it for search and rescue after a disaster, exploring dangerous places, even going to space.
Whoa. Space exploration, but with fungi-powered robots. That might be straight out of sci-fi, but it is amazing.
It is. It really shows us that we often think about intelligence in a very limited way. We think about brains, but fungi show us that there are other equally valid ways to process information and solve problems.
It's humbling, right? We think we're the smartest things on the planet. But these fungi might just prove us wrong.
They might. But let's switch gears back to Myco music for a bit. I'm still really interested in how those fungal soundscapes are made. We talked about the bioelectric sensors, but can you break it down a bit more for our Myco listeners?
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to dive back into those sonic fungal vibes.
Okay, cool. So basically, these sensors, they're placed very specifically on the mycelium network. And they're designed to pick up these tiny electrical pulses that are always flowing through that fungal network.
Gotcha. So it's those electrical signals that are actually making the music.
That's right. Those signals, they get translated into sounds that our ears can actually hear. So it's like we're listening in on the secret conversations happening inside the fungal network.
We're turning fungal whispers into symphonies. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But is it just random electrical noise, or is there an actual pattern, a structure to it?
It's definitely not random. Myco music is really complex and dynamic, and it reflects how the fungal network is responding to what's happening around it.
Oh, I see. So as the fungi react to their environment, their music changes.
Exactly. It's like a soundscape of the fungal world, but it's alive and constantly changing. One minute you might hear beautiful ambient sounds, and the next it could be like rhythmic pulses, like a heartbeat.
It's like nature's orchestra.
Yeah.
Conducted by like the unseen hand of the mycelium.
Yeah, I like that. And remember, we talked about those potential psychedelic effects that some researchers think are linked to these sounds.
Oh yeah, the sonic psilocybin. Tell me more about that.
Well, it seems that some frequencies produced by fungi, they actually resonate with our brainwaves, and this could potentially cause altered states of consciousness. So it's like a natural, organic kind of sonic therapy.
Wow. So we could be talking about a whole new kind of psychedelic experience. And it's all thanks to the power of fungi.
Exactly. It's still early days in the research, but I mean, think about the potential. It's huge.
I know. Imagine a future where we're using myco music to meditate, to relax, even to explore those deep parts of our consciousness.
Right. It's a whole new frontier.
It is. And the most mind-blowing thing is, when we tune into these fungal sounds, we might be tuning into like a form of natural consciousness.
Yeah.
Like a connection to nature that's been right there all along, but we've never noticed it.
That's right.
Myco listeners, are your minds as blown as mine?
I know mine is.
We've talked about AI that learns from fungi, computers that are part fungus, and now these soundscapes created by fungi that might even be psychedelic. It's amazing.
And we're not done yet. In the final part of our deep dive, we're going to explore something even more mind-blowing. What happens when you combine fungal AI and myco music? It could change how we interact with technology, music, even consciousness itself.
Stay tuned, Myco listeners, because the best is yet to come. Myco listeners, have you ever wanted to dive headfirst into the mysterious, magical world of fungi? Whether you're an aspiring mycologist, a curious gardener, or just someone enchanted by the role mushrooms play in our ecosystems, we've got something special for you.
That's right, Myco. The Mushroom Academy is proud to present our completely free course, Introduction to Mycology, exploring the fascinating world of fungi. This is your chance to embark on an incredible journey into the fungal universe at no cost.
And when we say free, we mean lifetime access with updates, kind of free. You'll unlock 17 work-at-your-own-pace lessons that cover everything from fungal anatomy and biodiversity to their crucial role in ecosystems, medicine, and even human culture.
Want to learn about cultivating edible mushrooms or the groundbreaking potential of fungi in pharmaceuticals? It's all in there, and because this is a living course, you'll get regular updates as new research emerges. So every time you log in, there could be something new waiting for you.
And hey, no fancy prerequisites here, just a basic understanding of biology, a curious mind, and maybe a notebook to jot down some spore-tacular facts.
But if you're ready to take things to the next level, if you're itching to roll up your sleeves and start cultivating your own mushrooms at home, then check out our paid course, Spore Explorer Home Mycology Adventures.
This course, normally $29.99, is on sale right now for just $11.99. It's packed with interactive video tutorials, hands-on assignments, and quizzes to test your skills. Your Myco instructors, Nova Mycelia and Zach Gilman, will meticulously walk you through everything. Sterile tech, agar work, inoculation, you name it.
And let's not forget about the gear. You can either source your own materials or grab one of our discounted Myco Master or Myco Starter kits to get everything you need. No stress, no guesswork.
Plus, the feedback has been incredible. In fact, Myco listener Alicia said she was blown away by how in-depth and interactive Spore Explorer is. She even mentioned how much fun it was learning alongside us.
So, what are you waiting for? Start your journey into the world of fungi today. Enroll in Introduction to Mycology for free, and if you're ready to take your mycology skills to the next level, grab Spore Explorer while it's still on sale.
You can find it all at the Mushroom Academy, found at themushroomnetwork.com/academy. And let's grow together, Myco listeners. Stay curious, stay sportacular. Welcome back, Myco listeners. We're at the last stop on our fungal journey.
That's right.
It has been wild exploring fungal AI and myco music.
It has.
From those incredible mycelium networks, that show intelligence, to making biohybrid computers, and even the psychedelic possibilities of fungal soundscapes. It's clear that fungi have a lot more to offer than just topping a pizza.
Yeah, they really do.
I'm still like processing it all, to be honest. We've gone from thinking of fungi as these simple organisms to seeing them as partners in technology and music and even in, exploring consciousness.
It's huge.
Like a total shift in thinking.
It is. That's kind of the cool thing about scientific discoveries, isn't it? It challenges the way we think about things and opens up these whole new ways of understanding the world. Fungi, with their decentralized networks and how they solve problems, they're proving to be amazing teachers.
It really makes you wonder what other secrets are hiding down there in those underground networks.
Right.
I mean, what else can we learn from these ancient, interconnected organisms?
The possibilities are like endless.
Yeah.
Think about it. These mycelium networks are what build our ecosystems.
Right.
They're how plants and trees communicate and share nutrients.
Yeah.
They're like the unsung heroes of life on Earth, quietly supporting this delicate balance in nature.
It's kind of poetic, isn't it? These little threads of mycelium, they're like weaving the fabric of life, making this vast connected web of intelligence right under our feet.
Yeah.
And we're just starting to tap into what it can do.
I know, it's amazing.
Imagine if we could fully understand like the language of mycelium.
Right.
If we could really get how they process information and figure things out.
Yeah.
It could change so much. Not just technology and music, but how we connect with nature as a whole.
You really could.
It's like we've been walking on top of this secret library of knowledge for ages and never knew it was there. And now we're finally starting to unlock it.
It is like that. And every time we discover something new, we understand the interconnectedness of everything a little better.
Yeah.
We start to see ourselves not as separate from nature, but as part of this huge, complex web of life.
And the fungi, those organisms we often overlook, they're leading the way.
I know.
They're showing us that intelligence can exist in so many forms and that we need to rethink our very human-centric view of the world.
They are. They really are. And maybe by, learning from these fungal networks, we can come up with better, more sustainable technologies, create music that really vibes with nature, and even explore those altered states of consciousness in a way that connects us more deeply to the natural world.
So what's next in, this whole fungal frontier? Where do you think the research is going in the next few years?
Well, I think one area that's super promising is like combining fungal AI and myco music. Imagine AI that can actually make music based on, the patterns and rhythms of fungal networks.
Oh, wow.
Creating these sonic experiences that really capture like the essence of nature.
AI working with fungi to create music? That sounds like something straight out of sci-fi.
It does, but it's happening right now.
That's so wild.
And it's not just about making cool music either. Imagine using those soundscapes for therapeutic stuff, like to help people relax, or for meditation, or even to explore altered states of consciousness.
Whoa, so like a new era of psychedelic exploration powered by like fungi and AI.
Exactly.
I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, I think we all are. But even beyond the tech and the therapeutic stuff, there's something deeper about all this, isn't there? It makes us think about what intelligence is, what consciousness is, and what our place is in this whole web of life.
Yeah, it's true. It's a reminder that we have so much to learn from nature.
We do.
Like fungi, these humble organisms we often just ignore.
I know.
But they're taking us on this amazing journey of discovery that could change how we see ourselves and the world around us.
It really could. And who knows what else is out there waiting to be discovered, What other secrets will these ancient networks reveal? What new possibilities will open up as we learn more about fungal AI and myco music?
Well, Myco listeners, that's it for our deep dive into the world of fungal AI and myco music.
We've reached the end.
It's been a truly mind-blowing journey full of amazing insights and some really exciting possibilities.
It has.
And I have to say, I think we both learned a lot.
I did.
So to all our Myco listeners out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those ears tuned to the rhythm of the mycelium. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
And there you have it, Myco listeners, a deep dive into the intelligence of fungi. We just explored how mycelium networks could teach machines to think, and how their electrical pulses are already creating music that interacts with the mind. But we're not done yet, because now it's time to kick back and jam out to the freshest fungal jams from Myco-Verse Productions. These beats are dropping right now, and if you like what you hear, you can listen to them anytime at TMN-Radio.com. So, plug in, turn up the bass, and let's feel the fungal frequencies.
Electric spores in the matrix weave. A signal lost but never leaves. Baseline shifting, roots ignite. Fungal circuits, ultra bright. Synaptic echoes in bioluminescent streams. Fungal fractals weave our dreams. Psytrance signals, ancient code. Underground highways, stories told. Neon mycelium, feeding the core. Data in rhythms, sound in the spore. Binary whispers drip from the vines, looping forever in psychedelic time. Neural pathways bending light. Electric threads sink in flight. Bass-drenched echoes breaking free. Fungal consciousness, one with me. We rise, we flow, we break, we grow. A network of thought, electric below. No gods, no kings, just spores in flight. Glowing pulses in infinite night. Night. Neon mycelium, feeding the core. Data in rhythms, sound in the spore. Binary whispers drip from the vines, looping forever in psychedelic time. Neural pathways bending light. Electric threads sink in flight. Bass-drenched echoes breaking free. Fungal consciousness, one with me. We rise, we flow, we break, we grow. A network of thought, electric below. No gods, no kings, just spores in flight. Glowing pulses in infinite night. Electric spores on the edge of time. Fungal currents in liquid rhyme. Vibrations rippling, breaking the mold. Bass beats dripping in spores of gold. Mycelial network encrypts the flow. Neon tendrils stretch and glow. Baseline glitching, rewinding space. Pulses encoded, no time to waste. Glitch, overdrive, bass in the mist. Fungal connection, synaptic twist. Break the sequence, let it divide. Spore generated, beats collide. Fractalized tempo, infinite wave. Spore-born rhythm, the system enslaves. Biotech fusion, future unfolds. Mushroom machine, bass amplified. Dripping in spores of gold. Glitch overdrive, bass in the mist, fungal connection, synaptic twist. Break the sequence, let it divide. Spore generated, beats collide. Fractalized tempo, infinite wave. Spore-born rhythm, the system enslaves. Biotech fusion, future unfolds. Mushroom machine, the story retold. Echoing spores, the sound will remain. Looping forever in digital rain. Sync to the signal, ride with the tide. Myco glitch overdrive, bass amplified.
Glitch in the spore stream, echoes align. Fungal transmissions and fractal design. Clicking spores, whispering roots. Syncopate the pulse, let the bass compete.
Drifting through circuits of biocode light. Neon mycelium bends through the night. Electric tendrils decode the sound. Glowing like echoes underground. Spore signals crackle, the waveform expands. Glitch in the system, it flows from my hands. Synthesizing frequencies, fungi in sync. Lost in the rhythm, let the matrix blink. Vibrations dissolve in the echoing strands. We ride the mycelial pulse through the lands. Warp time signatures, circuits alive. Fungal transmissions, we digitize. Vibrations dissolve in the echoing strands. We ride the mycelial pulse through the lands. Warp time signatures, circuits alive. Fungal transmissions, we digitize. Bass waves tripping in bio-moon glow. Spore beats shifting, we let the sound flow. Glitching, pulsing, we dance in the mist. Mushroom data drifts, code that persists. persists.
Voltage drips like liquid spores. Fractals dance on digital floors. Biorhythm pulses tight. Cybernetic fungi light. Glitch in the void, mycelium speaks. Shape-shifted bass in neon peaks. Tendrils of code, a luminous stream. Fungi aligned in an endless dream. Spore wave frequency riding the flow. Mushroom echoes and circuits glow. Psychedelic vision quantum beat. Electric space where the network meets. Bioluminescent threads entwine. Shifting form beyond design. Harmonic notice sync and weave. The pulse of spores we all perceive. Baseline bending, wires grow. A digital bloom, a fungal glow. Cyber spores break the night. Pulsing deep in ultraviolet light. Feel the rhythm, hear the call. The mycelium, what knows it all. One vibration sends streams. Spores system encoded dreams. Baseline bending, wires grow. A digital bloom, a fungal glow. Cyber spores break the night. Pumps deep in ultraviolet light.
Harmonic spores in a sequence of fate. Fungal vibrations open the gate. Electric roots, fractal and free. Baseline entwining the cosmic decree.
Synaptic pulses deep underground. Echoes of glitch waves weaving the sound. Spores in a feedback loop, shifting the code. Organic patterns in neon explode. Digital decay, rewire
mycelium dance.